Previously. X-Rated, the X-Men Animated Review Show.
Come on, baby, let's dance. I'll lead this time, Kay.
Welcome to our dance that we call X-Rated, the X-Men Animated Review Show.
Let's have us a chat, shall we?
We'll have a chat, and you could say I'm your leader. Maybe I'm one of them. I'm your host.
Same old story. Prophecy about an ancient warrior who's going to return one day to rule the land.
That is what they say about me. And with me, as always, I am Scolosus, of course. And with me, as always, is my co-host, Agathondre Harkness.
See if he knows any more than the other locals.
Do you know more than the other locals?
I definitely do not.
Ask you. You don't?
No.
Oh,
All I know is that Colossus is almighty. I love Colossus. He is my god. Not Colossus, sorry. Apocalypse. Apocalypse is my god.
Apocalypse.
Yes, and I will do whatever he says. He's the best.
Okay.
Pretty
the other locals know that? Because if they don't, maybe you know more than them.
I don't know. Maybe we could just talk to them about it, see what they say.
All right. We are your hosts.
Come on. Would you guys get a life?
Well,
No.
This is more fun.
I don't want a life.
Nah, who needs it? Yeah, but that's us. And we're here to review X-Men Evolution, Season 4, Episode 1. The final season. We're here.
It's the
Impact.
final countdown.
Written by Greg Johnson and directed by Gary Graham. Yeah, Impact. Did it have an impact on you, Andre?
I mean, not really. It was a fine episode, I guess. I didn't find it. I wasn't overly. Yeah, I mean, it was fine. I liked it. What do you think?
I liked it better on second watch. I watched it twice because the first time I was slightly distracted. Yeah, well, kids, chaotic life. So yeah, I watched it and I enjoyed it more on second watch. I kind of had the exact same feelings I feel like you had on first watch. I was just like, yeah, I mean, it's just been a lot lately in this show, and it's just kind of more of that. But like, I don't know, it's good. We'll talk about it. Yeah. Should we just get into it?
Yeah, I mean, no. How was your Halloween? We didn't discuss any of that.
Oh, we didn't talk about Halloween.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh shit. Well, I went trick-or-treating with the 2-year-old and the 4-year-old, and that was fun.
How was it?
It's just hard to keep up with the 4-year-old. She just runs and sprints from door to door. I'm just always just like, wait. But it was funny. And then like the 2-year-old had just hit a wall after an hour, which an hour trick-or-treating is pretty good for a 2-year-old, really. But just hit a wall. So we had to cut it off right there. And that, unfortunate because the 4-year-old probably would have gone another hour if I'd let her, but
no, really? Well, that's good. I mean, hey, as long as they had fun and they enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, and they got lots of candy. Spider-Man and a super kitty.
Spider-Man and a super kitty.
Yeah, that's what they were dressed as. Spider-Man and a
awesome.
super kitty. Yep. And I was running around
the super kitty from something, or is it just a
super kitties? You don't have kids. Super kitties are big time.
Are they? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what is it? Like what do these super kitties do?
Well, you'd like it. They're adorable kittens.
Uh-huh.
But they also, when they hear the kitty call, they go down their little kitty chutes and they get their little kitty costumes on. It's a pretty good show. It's pretty funny. His shows are way better than they were when we were kids. I mean, we just had He-Man, which was just a commercial. I mean, we still have nostalgic thoughts for it, I'm sure.
Oh man, I'm like figuring out.
Go back and watch it. It's not good.
I'm figuring out what I'm going to put up in my office, and I was at this thing I hosted for it was like a kind of a grand opening / like fashion show kind of for a local place that
Well, you are a man of fashion.
It is a consignment shop, and I've sold clothes there and stuff. So
Hmm.
they anyway, they asked me to host it, and they had like a musician there, another guy named Andre Petitpas, who actually grew up and then went to the same school I did, which is really funny. And we were like, I was sitting
One
there,
or two of only 6 Andres in that class. Funny enough.
well, he was like a few grades below me. He's about 6 years younger than me, but his sister was in my class. But coincidentally enough, he like he has a brother named Travis as well, which is really funny. But anyway, so we're at this thing, and this guy had all these paintings up everywhere. Actually, Tara Audibert, who I had on my show, it's her ex-husband. He lives. She had suggested that I talk to him sometime on the podcast. I think I will eventually. But he had these paintings he had all up, and they're all done like it's massive, like 4 foot by 3 foot paintings, or 4 foot, by 2 foot, of like different 80s toys, like just like that he painted. And there was a one that's just Skeletor's face, and it's so fucking awesome. And I was like, how much you want for that? It wasn't that much, so I'm getting it to put in my office. I'm very excited. Like, it's gonna be awesome.
Big paintings are cool. I would like an exactly 5'3" painting of Wolverine.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
People are like, how tall, short is Wolverine actually? And I just be like,
that tall.
That tall right there. Go stand next to him.
That's funny.
Of course, because of the cowl, he would be slightly taller than 5'3", but his head, exactly
5'3". His head, exactly 5'3". That's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So yeah, but Halloween Halloween was good. The kids were good. Everything was good. Lots of candy.
Yeah, Halloween. Yeah, I mean, everywhere they went, the kids are super cute. So they were just like everywhere they go, they're getting like handfuls of things. So like even we do like the street and then kind of come around where it kind of comes around back on itself, and then go down another street, and maybe even one more after that. But we just did like the loop. And that was it. But yeah, I mean, they had these little kind of carrier bags, and they would just come back, and I would empty them out and put them into the big bag that I was carrying. It looked like I was running like a kid candy scam, because they just come running up to me and like pay their candy tolls. And I'm just like, give me that candy, and I put it in
the candy toll.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. It was fun. What about you? Did you see any trick-or-treaters? Tons of trick-or-treaters, too. Like, they started at 5:30. So, like, before we even left, I think there's been, like, 15, 20 trick-or-treaters.
No, we never get trick-or-treaters here. And I always, I'm always sad because I love trick-or-treating. And, I'd love to see us get a few of them. But we did not. So.
This one kid, I just looked at him and was like, what are you, a Ninja Turtle? And they just turn around and walk away, and it's just like, you just hear them mumbling, just like, why does everyone think you're a Ninja Turtle? Like, I don't know what it was. It looked like...
He's probably like some obscure anime thing. He's so proud of it.
Something
like,
new. Yeah. And all these
like
people that actually are old enough to be giving out candy, they're just like, Ninja Turtle?
Yeah. He's like, why does everyone think I'm a Ninja Turtle? Well, probably because it was like the most popular fucking costume for the history for a long time. I had a Halloween kind of theme trivia a little while ago, and it was about Halloween costumes. You'd be like, this character from this year, just little hints. Like one of them was like, you could be one of these 4 Shell brothers, depending which one's your favorite, in 1992 or 3 or whatever year that was the most popular one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one was 93. I remember 91 and 2. But anyway, one of them was this love interest of what's the most favorite of the Scouts' love interest was one of the most popular contests in like 1997 or something, 94. It was Tuxedo Mask. It was a high one that year. Do you remember that character? Do you remember Tuxedo Mask? He was Sailor Moon. Do you ever watch Sailor Moon?
No, I didn't really watch Sailor Moon.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I watched everything that was on the Zone right up until Sailor Moon, and then I usually went and did something else.
Really? You deprived yourself of Sailor Moon. That's a great show.
I guess I did. Yeah.
Oh, she's
like
always
I said, my brain wasn't ready for it, like that kind of animation yet.
She was always ready for a big fight. She was the one named Sailor Moon.
Everything was changing back then. Everything was becoming either like Sailor Moon looking or like Dexter's Lab looking, and I wasn't ready for any of it.
You weren't ready. I wasn't ready. I was.
No. It's
No,
like I
you
miss
know.
the old school animation. Like, yeah. Anyway, that was me back then. But now I know. Now
Mhm.
people tell me I missed out a lot of good things like Sailor Moon and Samurai Jack and a bunch of good stuff. People say.
You never watched Samurai Jack? You know what?
No,
Fair. I haven't watched a lot of it either, but from what I understand, it's a great show.
that's what
Yeah.
people say.
I think it's a show you would absolutely love.
I did like Dexter's Lab though. Dexter's pretty funny.
And like Powerpuff Girls.
Get out of my laboratory.
I mean, I was like, I only watched what I could catch on my mom at my grandmother's house because she had cable, so I just like would watch it at her place. But so I caught what I could, but it wasn't all the stuff. So anyway,
All right, here we go.
you want to get into this, or let me stop doing what I'm doing and
I
actually
watched
do what we're
another
here to do.
horror movie, but I can't even remember what it was. So
What was it about? I will tell you what it was.
I don't even know.
Come on, you must remember one element of it. Tell me something. Something, one thing, an actor, a feeling.
Oh no, I did like it. I watched that one you suggested,
one's that
with the hand.
Oh, talk to me. That was the one you
Yeah.
watched? Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
And did you love it?
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
All right, good. Your next task is to watch the next movie by those guys, Bring Her Back. Now,
See,
as
they
someone-
did what? See, what was it? What was it? I will. But what I
Okay,
like with that
I
movie,
need to warn
do-
you,
What?
as someone with a daughter, it
Oh
might
no!
it might be rough for a little bit.
Oh no! I'm gonna skip it.
No, like
I have 2 daughters, man.
you don't. I don't want to ruin anything, but it's not like you're going to see a little girl get killed in it. It's more about a woman who's grieving really hardly over losing her daughter to cancer, I think.
Oh my god,
So,
that sounds horrible. I'm already sad. You're making me sad. Is that what you're trying to do?
no,
Anyway.
but it's an excellent movie. This is what movies do. They get to the heart of the human condition.
Yeah, but
You've seen the Babadook, right? That's it. I would call
Yeah.
it similar to the Babadook in that it's about grief.
Babadook did make me sad because the kid was so annoying. I just felt
That kid was
annoyed.
quite annoying. Yeah, but that's also what a small kid is like.
Yeah. Well, not mine, but
Well, you say that, but I'm sure if I spent time with them, maybe I would feel differently. Although I think your kids should see
you'd
me
love
too.
them. They're super sweet, and everyone loves them.
Of course. In fact, did you know that the Babadook is an icon of gay pride somehow?
that I
the
did
inter-
not know.
The internet has turned
Movie?
like the character himself. The internet
Oh,
has
the
turned the
character.
Babadook into a
Because he wears a fancy top hat.
maybe I don't know what the reasoning is. All I know is that somehow, some way, this character has become kind of an icon for the gay community, and so much so that I used it as I'm DJing for a Pride fundraiser here in a couple weeks, and I did this up as my poster for it. Let me see what's here. Present screen, share screen. If you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, that I often do, you won't get to appreciate this.
DJ Mindworm. Oh yeah, the Babadook.
I made myself the Babadook. It's
Very
me.
nice.
It's
I
a little
like
orange
that,
beard.
actually.
See,
Yeah.
he's spinning vinyl.
Actually, that'd be a fun
Vinyl.
costume. Anyway, a creepy costume to do.
Yeah, you have to like paint yourself all gray and shit and wear all black. It'd be fun though.
Yeah.
Babadook, dook, dook. I was gonna put or Babadook. I was gonna put. I meant to write on here prepare to.
Dog.
I meant to put on here prepare to be Babashook, but I thought.
You should have definitely put that on there. I would have done that.
I forgot. I was going to, but I forgot.
All right.
All right.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right. So, you want to talk about this thing to you? This episode that we can fly through in 5 minutes.
Yeah, oh yeah, but I was gonna say about that hand movie is what it did what I liked.
It's called Talk to Me, the hand movie.
Okay, you keep
The
forgetting
movie
what it's called.
Hand movie.
What?
Talk to me. That's what you said in the hand.
There's
You
a
say
hand.
talk
There's
to
a
me
very
to the
prominent
hand.
hand.
You say
in
talk
this.
to me to the hand, and that's what starts the ritual.
It's true. But it's not, jump scares are annoying and I don't really like them. So I don't really like slasher movies so much as much. But this does is I don't know how to categorize it. You couldn't call it a jump scare, but it's like it's when they first have to see whatever the ghost or whatever looks like when they it's not a jump scare because you know you're gonna see it, but it's waiting the anticipation of what it's gonna look like. That's really cool. Like you're like, what is this one gonna look like? And then you see it and you're like, ah, but it's just like it's not a jump scare because it's not jumping out at you, but it's just like it's always like a jarring, like looking person, creature, ghost thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, there's one I think you may like. It's actually I'll suggest it when it's a movie one. I think it's an Argentinian movie, but it's Spanish language. But it's super good.
I'll check that out. But we've been talking to movies a lot in this X-Men podcast, so let's.
Well, and you may be familiar with the fact that many X-Men movies exist. We've talked about them on this very show.
I don't recall.
You don't recall? Well, that's why I think we better watch them all again.
Please no. Previously, let's do it.
All right, you doing a previously bit?
I sure am.
Yeah.
Failed. Yes. Our greatest battle is just
it?
beginning.
It's pretty.
We failed, and our
Oh, did we
greatest
freeze?
battle has just begun. What more do you want?
Oh, sorry. I think you froze for a second. I just it was very fast. The greatest battle has just begun. And that actually is accurate as to what was the last thing we saw here.
See?
So we see in the Yucatan Peninsula. You know what also happened in the Yucatan Peninsula?
Yucatan Peninsula. Well, I may have a segment about that later.
I just mean like in world history, not X-Men history.
What's that?
That's where supposedly the comet that killed the dinosaurs crash landed. So
Oh, yes, for sure.
they could be in using this episode, although he wasn't in Mexico.
Do you know what the name of the crater is that it created?
Yucatan crater?
No, it's the Chicxulub.
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 Like veteran character actor Tony Shalhoub?
Exactly like veteran
Star of the
actor
Marvelous
Tony
Miss
Shalhoub.
Maisel.
And Wings, which I enjoyed as a
And
kid.
Monk. And
I never watched Monk, but I like
and the great early 2000s horror classic 13 Ghosts.
True, but I don't know if I would categorize it quite like that.
It's an interesting. It's very much. There's like a really interesting pocket of not that great horror movies from that time period, like the like the very late '90s to like the like mid 2000s. And we can talk. I know we're talking about shit that's not X-Men, but like a lot of movies fall into that, but they're kind of fun in not a great way, but they somehow scratch a weird itch in my brain of nostalgia. Maybe because I was like a teenager watching them, but like 13 Ghosts, The House on Haunted Hill, The Haunting,
Ghosts of Mars,
Ghost. I wouldn't call that one, but Ghost Ship, Valentine. There's a lot. Oh, House of Wax, the one with Paris Hilton. There's a lot. There's a lot of, and we watched it last year for Halloween. It was actually kind of a fun movie. It's not great, but it's it's fun in a weird way. So it's a lot.
You don't need to remake Vincent Price films. They're all perfect.
Oh yeah, Fear.com. Oh man, just it's a weird era, weird age. All right, Yucatan Peninsula. We see that one of the. Oops. We see that. Somehow, I guess, before he was entombed, Apocalypse had left his spaceship hidden in the other side of the world because he was in Egypt, but now he's in.
Yeah, that's weird.
Now he's in Mexico, so maybe like all pyramids are owned by him. I guess I don't know.
Maybe even the acolytes are still all hanging out in Egypt, but why now?
Apocalypse has domain over all pyramids, whether they be Incan or Egyptian.
In fact, did you know Apocalypse invented the triangle?
Yeah, it didn't exist before. It's hard to believe, but no, nobody thought to put.
We owe him a lot. We owe him a lot.
I'm trying to think of famous triangles. The Bermuda Triangle. We got that. We have
the isosceles.
Pythagoras owes a lot to old Apocalypse. With his theorem.
Also, a very strong shape for building. Like it's a really functional shape.
I mean, it was used as a symbol to persecute gay people during the war, so that's not so good. But at least, it's a symbol they put on gay people. You know how they started David in the camps? For Jewish people, they had a pink triangle for gay people.
Well, I didn't know that.
I think I might be talking to my ass, but I'm pretty sure that's it. But if I'm wrong, I'm terribly sorry. No, that's right. It was worn originally inverted pink triangle worn by gay men and other men in Nazi concentration camps to identify them as prisoners. But yeah, there you go. So,
well,
that's so good.
Apocalypse is an ally. He would never invert a triangle. All his triangles are straight up.
Yeah, Apocalypse has never tried to commit genocide.
No. Well, just not specifically for that reason. He's not targeting.
Just be like, it wasn't for a bad reason, just because they're the wrong species. Not
He's an
because
equal.
they
Yeah,
were
exactly.
gay. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
That's
All right.
fine.
Well, he's an equal opportunity mass murderer. Good. Well, you know, at least I'll take that. At least. So
it's better that way.
It is better that way. So yeah, we just see him basically raising a big. It falls away the pyramid, and then we have this kind of force field bubble go over it. Let's see. Let me get our intro. So we the X-Men. When I think comes later. Where do we see that part? I have a note here about the X-Men getting permission to study it. Is that right here? Well, it must be later. All right, so we get the whole intro, and we get we find out that Magneto and them are still hanging around in Egypt, trying to figure out what's going
Where
on.
Apocalypse is. Where is he?
Yeah, so like a random local comes up and says Apocalypse, and when he sees someone coming out of the pyramid, and Gambit appears and says no, but you said the magic word to get in, and then they track him down and use Mastermind to read his mind to see if he knows more, but he doesn't. He's just a local that has the same superstitions about Apocalypse as everyone else. So we see the X-Men has received permission from the government to study this thing going on in Mexico. So yeah, it seems like the world knows mutants exist now. The government already knew, but now they're like working with the X-Men. So that's nice.
Professor, should we stop Apocalypse? Hold on, we're just waiting for permission from the government. I'm sure they'll get back to us soon. Government bureaucracy always works quickly.
And they're undecided.
Damn.
So then we see at the Institute, Hank F. Xavier of the Black Finding Apocalypse Cerebro. When we were told there's no sightings, but several new mutants were located. So they, hey, Xavier then asks Hank if he found anything. Hank says no. He says Apocalypse has an agenda after being sealed away for 5,000 years. Xavier then shows Hank a screen and mentions the Eye of Ages. As the two leave the room, Xavier admits that the team cannot do anything else. In the corridor, Xavier then asks what the students were doing due to the pressure, which Hanks admits they were relieving it, as kids do, by playing. And we see the kids having fun playing mutant ball, I guess, or basketball, whatever we call it, using their powers with Jamie and Roberto and the whole crew doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we see
They
Rogue.
should call it Powerball.
Why? They already called it mutant ball earlier, like when they're playing baseball with it.
Powerball.
I guess mutant ball is any ball sport when you use your mutant powers.
When you're a mutant.
Rogue sits on the fountain and mopes. Logan comes by checking her. She tells her what happened wasn't her fault. She asked what happened to the Mystique statue. They said they gave it to the Brotherhood because they knew how much it would affect her.
So they could mess with it. Like, what a thing to do with it.
Yeah, like we gave this sexy woman statue to a bunch of 40 teenagers. I'm sure they're not going to abuse that in any way. Which we quickly see they are doing. I know this show is for kids, so we're not going to go too dark into what could have and probably happened. maybe that's why the statue was crying. But anywho, so
Toad's funny too. He's just like, I read in a book somewhere Stone doesn't have feelings.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how you justify the profane acts you perform upon it. You sick fuck. So Rogue, of course, is happy.
Sick bastard Toad.
You sick fuck Toad. So Rogue says good riddance. Then when she hears about that's over the Brotherhood house, we see Toad and Blob are fighting over who gets to dance with the stone statue.
Look at Toad.
Toad's dragging it around with his tongue. Fred grabs it so he can dance with it. Pietro speeds it into a closet so that when Lance goes to open it, it falls on him, and they all laugh at him. So, then he
Not
gets
to
mad
mention
and makes
Pietro,
him-
while in that closet, because he's so fast, could have done any number of things.
That's true.
Yeah.
We see two archaeologists walk through the jungle and then discover this tomb of Apocalypse.
It's a tomb.
Back in the Institute, Rogue stays outside. He wanders to a gazebo. Kurt teleports. Wants to talk about Mystique. Rogue does not. Kurt says she's their mother. They should have the statue back there. She says she wants nothing to do with it. Kurt says it would make him feel better if she was there. So this is almost a movie about grief too, or an episode anyway. It's grief straight. Yeah. Nightcrawler's come to terms with the death in quotes of the mother he never knew.
He's decided he doesn't hate her. She's decided she definitely still does. That's kind of
everyone deals with grief in their own way. I mean, Rogue has a lot to be upset about. She was used by her mother.
Kurt was only thrown in a river.
That's right. That's right. They gave him a chance. He had a chance to live.
Babies float.
Babies float, yeah. So babies are naturally very buoyant. A lot of people don't realize that.
Kurt does.
So anyway, we see Kurt go over to the Brotherhood house. It's called the Brotherhood of Bayville Boarding House, which I think is funny. I don't think it's ever been brought up before.
But don't boarding houses have adults that supervise?
Generally, yes. I believe that was what Mystique was supposed to be, and I'm sure nobody's told them that she's not around. So
I suppose she could have set that whole thing up and made people think.
But the fact they called them the Brotherhood, it's not just the name they gave them.
Well, it's a boys' boarding house, but they're just letting Scarlet Witch hang out there for now.
And Mystique was there, and Cannonball was there for a while. Not Cannonball, Boom Boom was there for a while.
True.
So they talk about. Wanda says that they should bring her to Agatha Harkness, who's witch that we've met before. Maybe they could help bring her back. The kids think they should turn her into a fountain. Toad says it'll keep away the garbage man and the crows. When they all leave the room, Kurt comes in and is ready to take her away, but then is stopped by Scarlet Witch. But Kurt tells her that she's her mother. Scarlet Witch takes pity on him and leaves him to take her. So he does. And then back in Egypt, see Colossus and Eric discussing.
This is a good scene.
It is actually a cool scene. Eric's furious, demands to know where he was at. Colossus admits he's looking for answers. Eric says that he wants to report every 30 minutes. I love how we always have to find a reason to make the bad guy fall out with other bad guys that we want to see become good guys, and it's always the bad guy being insanely irrational. In what world? In what world? Everyone who's ever had a boss in their life, if you ever had a boss go, "I told you to talk to me every 30 minutes, you piece of shit idiot," and then slap him. Of course he's gonna it's like wrestling does this too. They need a reason.
Peter. We're gonna need those TPS reports on the X-Men.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go ahead and ask you to meddle down.
That's almost worse, actually. The passive aggressive is worse than aggressive, in my opinion.
And then I'm gonna have to ask you to come in on Sunday.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow when he wakes up from his coma.
Thanks. It's the thanks. That's the icing on the cake.
Bill Lumberg.
Lumberg. Yeah, he's a legend.
You need to go ahead and come in tomorrow.
Yeah.
So Eric, of course, is mad. Once reported, Eric then tells his lackey he's furious, mentioning if everyone sees family again, he shouldn't fail him. Colossus pins Eric against a column, telling him his actions were due to wounded pride, which makes Eric even more upset. He uses magnetism to bring, says he'll crush him like a steel can. And then
don't fight Magneto, Metal Man. But Colossus, I love what he does here. So cool.
He de-metals and then fights him as a person. And we see what
you're still just an old dude.
Yeah. Not really. I mean, he is a super
farm boy. I'm gonna still take you down.
He does have remnants of super soldier serum used to keep him young from Captain America. So there's that. But anyway, basically, Klaus is going to fight him in a human form. I mean, Magneto could just use metal from something else to take his head off. But Gambit stops them, claiming that Eric is the only chance they have at maybe stopping Apocalypse. So they let him go. Then we see Rogue upset that Kurt has brought the statue back.
Mm-hmm.
They get an argument over it. Rogue discovers Kurt tries reassuring her that he's no longer harmed them, but Rogue's anger gets the better of her. Kurt explains that Mystique's anger is what caused her death, and that it could destroy Rogue if she doesn't try to walk away from it. She refuses to accept that and leaves. We do see water fall from the statue, and Kurt discovers it could be a tear. So Xavier and Hank do studies on it, but they can find nothing. I think it's merely condensation. They can find nothing that indicates she may still be alive in there.
Mm-hmm.
So they get a news report that Apocalypse has been found, or Jean rather comes in and tells them that. So they head off to Mexico for their mission. Not even the Mexican military can penetrate to this incredible force field. We see the Brotherhood arriving as well. Kurt was Hank takes a seat at the front, claiming Kurt's missing. Xavier tells them he cannot locate him, but they can't wait any longer for him to appear. So Scott leans and asks Storm or Iceman why they aren't. Asks why Storm or Iceman aren't with them, as Xavier says that the mission is only to get the facts. He further states they're not strong enough to fight Apocalypse, as he mentioned in the last encounter from weeks ago with the Sphinx.
Pretty badass though. Magneto, he's just like, I'm gonna deal with it myself, and just gets in a metal ball and
they're like,
well,
why don't you bring us? And then he's like, I can assure you that one of us is going to not survive this. Like, everyone has a chance at it.
Yeah.
So the pyramid, the Blackbird lands, the X-Men step out. Hank asks Jean what's happening. Jean answers the military leader of the X-Men being there, but she does not blame them. Xavier moves over to the team. Oh, this is when so all this is going on.
So many more characters in episodes now. It was just it was like we get like 5 characters in an episode before. Now it's like,
yeah, but none of them are really saying anything. They're just sort of walking around.
No, but they're around.
So they set up a device to study this thing. Back in the Brotherhood's house, Wanda runs into Kurt again, who asks whoever heard them talking about Agatha Harkness and wants the information so he can try to see if he could save his mother. But then back in the pyramid, we see Hank place gloves in Kitty's hand. He assures they will not protect her from any unknown energy that may potentially touch her. She takes a probe from Xavier, warns her not to phase entirely through the sphere. She agrees and phases the probe into the dome to extract data, but it becomes too much and she's thrown back into Logan as the device begins to implode on itself. Hank grabs it, throws it in the air as it explodes. So Kitty admits that she's fine. But then we see Eric arrive. And Apocalypse, Eric emerges.
Bit of a Donnybrook.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Eric tries to attack the dome by using everything at his disposal, which only causes Apocalypse to come out.
He didn't bring enough metal with him.
He took the tanks. He took the military tanks.
I guess so. He should have brought a bridge, like in that movie.
Maybe someone's using that bridge.
Yeah,
so he very easily dispatches with the metal by sending it back at Magneto, who he seems to have absorbed all the powers that Rogue had earlier when he had come to life. So I don't know if he has Magneto's powers now, but he seems to. Then he basically pulls Magneto in and then causes him to explode.
But he also has TK too.
Yes. So everyone watches in horror as Magneto supposedly dies, in quotes. And I know he's probably not really dead.
It's pretty crazy though. Like,
it does seem like he is. It would be really ballsy if he was. If that's how
they're laying people out in this episode. It would be. Like, it's a crazy explosion too. It doesn't look.
I have a sneaking suspicion what happens in this show is going to mirror what's going to happen in X-Men 97 when we get season 2.
I think
people we thought were dead will come back.
Horsemen of
Apocalypse. Yes,
likely.
So outside the gazebo, Rogue was that earlier. Basically, Agatha meets with Kurt. Rogue appears, and Agatha says that she can't help them, but they can. They have to speak to Mystique in her stone imprisonment and convince her to come out.
Power of pure love.
Yes, the power of love. Kurt says it's the right thing to do, and Rogue needs to forgive her, so that she'll, release her, maybe let her come out of her stone prison. Rogue walks up to the statue and seemingly is going to forgive her, but then we get the ultimate twist when she just pushes it off the edge, which I really thought was great. And
it was crazy. I didn't see it coming.
Kurt tries to save it, but doesn't.
Kind of. He was never planning on catching this giant stone statue falling from a cliff. He just goes down there to watch what happens.
Well, he could have. He could have if he caught it and teleported to the ground and held his body under it. They're moving it around. It wasn't that heavy. Stone's not that heavy. Not that much stone.
What?
No.
Human size of stone? As somebody who
No.
lifts stones all the time, I can tell you that would be very heavy.
So I am made of stone, sir. You could lift me.
It's just your heart.
That's just, you lift up my heart every day, Devin. So yes, the stone statue crumbles when it hits the ground. Curtis despondent and Rogue walks away. Still holding on to her anger, which means she might be an apocalypse, horseman of the apocalypse as well. Maybe. I don't know how this goes down, but I'm sure
I don't know.
probably will.
Does he put stones back together and build people? We'll see.
I don't know. He's apocalypse. You know, every once.
I guess so. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, a lot of crazy stuff happened in this episode. I gotta say, that's what I clued into me the second time I watched it. I was just like, huh, actually, a lot of crazy shit kind of happened in this episode. All right. Well, let's rate it.
How should we proceed, sir?
By making a call.
You want me to go? You go. Yeah, that's okay. Nothing really happens. I mean, I guess the setup with Magneto maybe dying. Yeah, I know, but the setup with Magneto being dead and that. I guess there's some cool stuff happening. Yeah, I'll give it an 8. It's solid. There's some solid stuff. It progresses things along well. We're getting the long drawn out how important, how strong, formidable is Apocalypse. So we're getting all of this stuff.
I'm gonna give it a 9, and
9.
Yeah, well, there was some good emotional stuff with Rogan, Nightcrawler, the statue off the cliff thing. I did not see coming. The brotherhood, cool. The brotherhood, like that. You know what? Hilarious.
9. Give me a 9 too. It's fine. It's worth it.
And I mean, and the whole Magneto just showing up, just like I'll do it all myself, kind of thing was pretty cool. And then him potentially being exploded to death. And also, like, this Apocalypse is kind of interesting. He's sort of like the polar opposite of the I am the rocks upon the distant shore Apocalypse. Because he never really says anything. But he has this kind of quiet menace about him because he displays a lot more power than Apocalypse generally does in TAS, who would rather just kind of talk at you. Who we love for that reason, of course. But this one's very different and kind of scary. Like after he explodes Magneto and he's just sort of floating back into his pyramid, he just kind of like turns and looks at Xavier in the eyes for a second from super far away. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of creepy, man. Like, 9. So this Apocalypse is different. I'm kind of interested to see where they go with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because he seems like he'll have different motivations. Because it's just like the person with the motivations that the other Apocalypse has is somebody who's going to be more verbose and love to hear themselves talk because they think they're the most important one. And I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's move on to some X points.
There's no point.
Oh, okay, never mind. All right, you first. Actually, I'll go first. Why not?
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we mentioned it, but Magneto confirms that he has Apocalypse's or Colossus's family hostage.
Where are they? Are they like in a room somewhere?
That's what I'm saying. Because if one of them's magic, and she has manifested her powers, then she can just teleport everybody out of there anyway. But you just assume she'd have to be really young and she hasn't got her powers yet. But I think we get to see magic in this series because I think she's in that big group shot that we've seen a few times.
Well, they're also, if I recall correctly, at the end of the series, there's like a big montage of like all these future adventures they have as X-Men.
Oh,
so
it could be that.
They could slide her into that. Who knows?
But, big Magic fan, so that'd be cool. But, it's good to see that as well because, Gambit, he'll play sides. depending.
I like this morally dubious Gambit that we get in the.
Yeah, exactly. But Colossus, just having him there with no explanation, of course. We always assumed what was going on, but it's good to hear it because Colossus is good too.
Remember that? To me, Gambit. Did you watch Buffy?
Yep.
Remember that
I don't
episode
think
where
I watched the very last season because
you remember that episode early on where there's that human guy that like runs afoul of Buffy and he's like fucked up, and then Giles is sitting alone with him and he says she's better than you, she's better than me because she is too good to do like the really horrible things that need to be done for the greater good. And then he kills the guy. He like puts his hand over his mouth and kills him. Giles does, and then you realize like Giles is like the guy that has to make the tough calls. Even
I
if
do
it's
remember that.
Yeah, and it's like a really dark moment, but it's actually like a really important one because
It makes Giles a whole nother thing.
he's protecting Buffy from having to do the really horrible stuff, so he does it because he has faith in her, and to be the righteous person she is, and it's such a nice moment. I mean, not a nice moment; it's a dark moment, but it's that's what I think Gambit always felt like to me. Wolverine is really most like that, is the most one like that, but Gambit always skirts that line too.
Wolverine openly admits to trying to do that all the time. He's like, "That's just I'm gonna leave now." As soon as he hears about a bad guy, he just screws off, and they're like, "Where's Wolverine?" It's just like he's trying to get like a few steps ahead of all you guys.
He's always murdered him. No, but like the one like having to kill Jean, because the Phoenix Force is out of control. Like that's the cross he bears.
Yeah,
make it a biblical allegory, but yeah. So
well, he's just depressed all the time anyway. So he's just like,
yeah,
I've got to reach the bottom. He's just like, it doesn't.
Why not be more depressed?
Yeah, exactly. Your X point, or that was it?
No. I mean, sure. Let's make that my first one. Yeah.
All right.
That's a version of Gambit I want to see.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was. I don't mean explanation. Sorry. Go ahead.
I thought it was funny that it's just a subtle thing too, but Toad mentions that they're going to put the Mystique statue outside to scare away the crows, but also to scare away the garbage men because he doesn't want the garbage taken away because he wants it to attract flies that he can eat. That's pretty funny.
Like flies are hard to find. You just go outside and eat flies. Like you
need a stink to get them around, make them easy to catch with your tongue. But I thought it was hilarious. Toad's awesome.
All right, my next point will be a fun movie reference to build on yours. Is when Toad knocks on the head of Mystique and says, "McFly, McFly." Remember the old Biff from Back to the Future 2? He's always like, "McFly," banging him on the head.
Fly. Yeah, I guess a good one. Okay, my next one is I kind of got movie vibes, like X1, X2 vibes. When Wolverine comes walking up to kind of like console Rogue and talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because like there's a lot of that in those movies. Wolverine just consoling Rogue.
Well, in the first two anyway, they kind of falls off after that. There was always kind of a connection of those two having like a kind of a fatherly, I guess, connection to her, I suppose.
Yeah. I just did especially because he was wearing like black leather, like in the movies when he walks up to her. So yeah.
My next point is the music in this episode is actually really good. There's a lot of it. I felt like you really noticed it in this episode because they use it a lot. It was solid.
Yeah. The show does have good music. All right. I just want to say that Rogue, in all cartoons, apparently has a thing for pushing people off of heights. Like she threw like Trask off the thing in '97 off the building. So yeah, that's a common Rogue theme. Throw people off of buildings. She doesn't worry because she can fly. Well, I guess not this Rogue, but yeah, pretty funny that happened again.
Rogue's proclivities for tossing people off of buildings.
They call her the 12-story killer.
I love how they're just like, okay, my next point will be the X-Men just go to Mexico. Like, it's fine for another entity from another country to just come in and try to solve them. Like, the Mexican government doesn't seem overly... Like, they're always, like, they're a little wary of them because they're mutants, but they're also, like, literally a secret police from another country that just comes into theirs. You know,
They
to
say they're tourists from America.
Oh, okay. Well, no problem. The Americans certainly have never done anything to any South American countries that would raise any alarms. Definitely
Certainly
not.
not.
Certainly no
not.
coups or
Heavens no.
attempted assassinations.
All right. Well, my final X point is it's kind of an interesting dichotomy. I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for here, actually. But with Mystique being a character that can constantly change her shape and being stuck in a single form in stone. It's kind of like the extra torture for such a being. It's kind of like on DS9 when Odo lost his ability to change shape and had to be a normal human. It's hard when you're a changeling to be a mono.
Odo. Oh, Odo.
Exactly.
I love Odo. I miss Odo.
Yeah, he's great. Me too.
Final point. Yeah, it seems like things have gotten epic. I feel like we've reached the apex of where the show is going. We have a whole season, I'm guessing, dealing with Apocalypse, and then the show's over. So it sucks that it's over, but it sucks it took 2 seasons to get interesting. But now we're here. It's good. It's a good show.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, but you notice the thing that I was missing the most from the first 2 seasons was some actual superhero activity. And the show got much better when we got superhero activity. I would just like
tons
to say.
of it now.
Yeah. Way better.
It's
also,
villain activity.
We've had 4 Wolverine versus Sabretooth fights in season 1 and no more ever since. I think like that was single.
They had a battle of wits.
They gave it all to us in season 1.
But
they're like, there you go. Get that. Get your Sabretooth.
I hope they have one more.
No,
we got to have it solved. I think they might be tied in our poll or in our scorekeeping. So,
well, maybe that's the eternal struggle of these 2 warriors, is to be always fighting for eternity.
Well, that is their thing, isn't it? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's check it. Hey, check it. It's our comic reminiscences and recommendations segment.
It is. You should go first because I have to bring up my 2 things because I don't have them on me.
Forgot to grab, but I was just going to say that the other thing the statue Mystique reminded me of is the statue Wolverine. He was metal, not stone, in the Death of Wolverine. So I was just going to say, go check out the Death of Wolverine. See statue Wolverine. And the stuff, there was some interesting stuff that came out. That wasn't the best story.
Dead?
To be honest, Death of Wolverine, but no, because eventually, like, Kitty faced.
We got old man Logan instead for a while.
Mm-hmm. Kitty faced in there and got him because he was still alive in there. Yep.
All right, I'll show you my comic because
But that was not it. My recommendation is actually Star Trek Voyager Homecoming, new comic book series, and it picks up right where the show ended. Very exciting.
Yeah, you told me that they just get right into another battle. They don't even get to go home and see anybody yet. I don't like that at all.
Well, it annoyed me too, but now I have issue 2, and I haven't read it yet, but I look forward to reading that one here probably tonight. And no, I'm still all for it. Like, I knew it's a comic book. They can't do that in issue 1. Like, issue 2 sell like an eighth of what issue 1 sell. They have to keep people involved here. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I wanted to see them debrief. Yeah, and all that kind of stuff too. But they'll get there.
Okay. Well, I mean, did 7 of 9 bring any of this up in Picard after she got back?
Nope.
Uh-huh. So my this past weekend,
she doesn't talk a lot.
This past weekend was the Siptastic Book Fair, which is the book fair I host a couple times a year at a local shop. Strange Adventures there, Comic-Con, and a few other spots. I got way too many books, as I often do with these things, but it was really fun. And one of the books, which Cal had at Strange Adventures that I was compelled to buy, was this one. It's called Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. As you can see, it's a bear dragging along a bloody sack out into the woods. For a debut graphic novel by Patrick Horvath. I'll read you the blurb because it can tell you better than I can. Live, laugh, shed blood. Dexter meets Richard Scarry's busy, busy town in this twisted debut graphic novel. Don't murder the locals. This is a small town serial killer, upstanding citizen, and adorable brown bear, Samantha Strong's cardinal rule. After all, there's a sea of perfectly ripe potential victims in the big city just beyond the forest. And when you've worked as hard as Sam to build a cozy life and a thriving business and community surrounded by friendly fellow animal folk, warm decor and the aroma of cedar trees, and freshly baked apple pie, the last thing you want is to serve the peace. You can imagine her indignation when one of Woodbrook's own meets a grisly, mysterious demise, and you wouldn't blame her for doing anything it takes to hunt down her rival before the town self-destructs and Sheriff Patterson starts literally barking up the wrong tree. Cute critters aren't immune to crime in this original graphic novel debut. So it's super fun. The art is really cool. It's very reminiscent of, the old Richard Scarry, little cutesy animal town kind of stuff. I don't know if you can see it very well there.
Cute critters are definitely not immune to crime. Otters are horrible.
But you can see some of the beautiful artwork here, and it's super super nice. So check that out. Good horror. We're on the cusp of Wolverine of Halloween, so check it out.
Let's change the name of Halloween to Wolverine. Ex-goons, we can do it.
I know I'm really mad with myself because I run wrestling shows, and whenever we do a Halloween centric show, which we do every few years, we call it Brawl Hallows Eve, which I was very happy with myself for coming up with until I came up with an even better one, but it's 2 legs. I'm already locked in on Brawl Hallows Eve. But I'm really upset I didn't come up with WrestleMania.
Oh, that is better.
Isn't that better?
Damn. Damn.
Simon Belmont fighting vampires.
Damn.
Maybe I'll just make a comic called WrestleMania, and then it'll be about I guess I could probably still get sued for Castlevania if it's that close, wouldn't it?
And you should stop talking before the zeitgeist takes it.
That's true. Good point. Damn you, zeitgeist.
I fear it always.
Hey, name this movie. But I like movies, which is fine.
Are we allowed to show trailers on this show? Trailers are used.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, like on your other show, do you ever get in trouble for showing trailers?
No.
All right. Well, maybe it's something we could look at in the future when it comes to, talking about movies and stuff. Because, sometimes even we're just talking about them, if you have them on, in a way that people can see it like this, it might be cool to say, hey, check out this movie. Right? So this movie's called Where Evil Lurks.
We'll see what happens this time. If this episode gets taken down, ex-goons, it's Andre's fault.
So this is I should look up where this movie's from. 1 second.
Look at all those sheep. It's in England somewhere.
No, it's not. It's South America, I believe.
Oh, okay. They got sheep too.
Written and directed by... So...
Be nice to that goat, dude. Oh, yeah. She wanted to save that goat.
So this is the movie. Called Where Evil Lurks. It's basically about a pair of brothers in a remote village who discover a demon-infected man who's just about to give birth to evil itself. They decide to get rid of the man, but merely succeed in accidentally spreading the evil within. So it's kind of a post-apocalyptic thing. Not really. It's more about like a small village where they're aware that evil can possess people, and when they become aware of it, they try to get it out of their village by taking the possessed person away and leaving him out somewhere else where he can, where they can destroy him so that it won't infect their village. But unfortunately for them, things go awry and it does get out, and horrible, monstrous things happen. But it's very creepy, atmospheric, well done, and well worth watching. The previous movie this guy made, which was a Shudder original, I believe, it was called Terrified, which I think this was too, actually. Yes, this was a Shudder original as well. It says at the top, but it was called Terrified, and it was also about like ghosts, about being possessed in the small area, the small town, and the small little area of a street, and it's quite disturbing, and it's very well done. So I would highly suggest it. But yeah, check it out. It's a super good movie, and if you want something creepy and atmospheric, that'll do it.
All right. Well, moving on. Oh, I have a segment for tonight.
Yeah, that's what we got. We're going.
Project is due at the end of the week.
it's history class with Professor D, because Apocalypse goes over to the Yucatan into a pyramid or a temple in the Yucatan. Now, the most famous, as many of you may know, Mayan temple on the Yucatan is, of course, Chichen Itza, which was, a major focal point in the Mayan lowlands from about 600 to about 1200 AD. Now, funny, it was like one of the largest Mayan cities, and was thought to be the most diverse as far as populations from different places all living there together of all the Mayan cities. So, a bit of a cosmopolitan place, that Chichen Itza, which is apparent in its many architectural styles, which people used to think was just because of people coming in after the fact and adding more of their styles after, and then them leaving, and then more people coming in and adding. But no, it's all people living together. There you have it.
And Apocalypse is now one of them.
Oh, I actually have
He's part of the great melting pot.
I have a bunch of segments tonight, actually. First, I'm going to steal one. I'm going to steal a segment from Hanif.
What a pity, Beast. I've ruined your little toy.
This is Collections Not with Hanif. Sorry, I'm Hanif. I'm stealing your segment. So, first, I'm going to show off a couple of toys here. Check this guy out. It's Basketball Gambit. He's getting ready to go inside and make some beignets after sweating out there with his kinetically charged basketball. Isn't that great? And we got, of course, Magneto in his cool. This is an X-Men 97 Hero Click set, everybody. So we got Magneto in his cool M.
Maybe they're still making that show. They're making those things.
Why? It's a good game.
No, Jubilee. I mean, I'm glad. Like it's been a long time. So many games have come and gone, and HeroClix is still going.
Yeah, man, still around. We got Madeline. Look, we got Maddie with the long hair, and we got Jean with the ponytail. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm digging this set. What can I say? And of course, I got my Chase Cyclops here, but I just traded him. He looks really cool. He's that one where he's like definitely the good guy, and he's sliding around with his optic beams. But then I pulled super rare Cyclops, who's not as rare as Chase Cyclops, but I think I like his powers more, and he's still doing his to me my X-Men. So it's still super cool Cyclops. So I think I like him better, and I got like a bunch of super rares that I wanted, like Storm, for example, and Abscissa and other stuff in trade for that Cyclops. So pretty excited about that. But also, this is Hanif's segment. So Hanif was playing with his toys, and he sent us some of his toys with some cool backgrounds behind them, and they look really awesome. So I'm going to show them here. Look at this gorgeous.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So they Photoshop and shit now?
I don't know what he's doing. He said he made them himself, though. So, yeah, look at that. That looks great.
Those are really cool.
What else? There's Cyclops and Jean here. That was very cool. That's like over the video game.
That's awesome.
And then he did like the X-Men arcade games team by that logo. That's pretty slick. Love that game. We should do another playthrough with that sometime. And we got Magneto about to tear the metal out of Wolverine, and Professor X. No, Magnus. No,
Magnus. Don't do it, Magnus.
Yeah, exactly.
You might do it, Magnus.
You're gonna do it, aren't you? He's doing it. No. But anyway, we got Rogue fighting Bastion here, giving him a little sweet chin music there with her fist.
Pretty awesome.
Yep. And then Jean pushing Sinister there. from like a lot of scenes he did up here from the show. Pretty cool. And there's Nightcrawler kicking Bastion right in the face. Jubilee getting in there, and he's using a lot of those effects that he buys too in here. These images, very cool. Cyclops getting his shot in there with the optic beams, and then my favorite two images that he sent here is, of course, sisters. We've got Jean and Storm there, and then we get them here. Look at that. Make them mind your weather, sister, and let them weather your mind. Ah, so good. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, good job there, Neve. Yeah. I think I got one more segment actually.
Oh my god.
But do I have a theme song for this one? I'll just use this. Weird theme music for this particular thing. Maybe not.
Sure knows how to have a good time.
Yeah, sure, why not? False expectations, I call this one. So, I'm just going to talk about some rumors for a second. So, rumor has it that the new MCU mutant saga that will eventually come, and sooner than we thought, is going to focus around the Summers family. And might I just say, if that's true, that is so perfect for a lot of reasons. One, because of course it puts the shine on Cyclops, but also that the Summers family just threads so many needles. Like you've got Havoc, and you can do like X Factor. You've got, all the Jean stuff, of course, and then you can do the Hope Summers thing. And then there's all the Cable future stuff. And then there's like all the space stuff with Corsair and Vulcan and stuff. Just the Summers family itself just threads so many potential movies that don't even have to be entirely Summers focused, all those movies, but just as a thread to kind of thread them all together. Like you don't need like a Nick Fury kind of character in the Avengers movies that just kind of like pulls all these strings together. It could just be this family bond and these connections that way that does it. I think X-Men is so much better than the Avengers. Just wait, people. The MCU is just getting started.
Yeah, I feel like after Secret War, we'll be in a whole other realm of stuff. Like whatever they set up with at the end of that will probably streamline everything to some new universe. Where we'll get a bunch of different stuff. I know there's rumors that they may be recasting certain characters and stuff. So as far as like, we could get new versions of characters that died in a new world where everything's different. So
I'm sure we will, but I think some of them will decide they want to come back and do their roles again. I think Captain America's back. We think we've confirmed that, isn't he? So, well, that might be Hydra Cap though.
It'll be kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, it seems to be what's happening. It's like Doom's going to have a team of all these villains, like Null.
Null? You think it's going to be Null from the fucking Venom movie?
Rumors that Null.
There's a lot of rumors, none of which.
There's a lot of rumors, but like I don't know if I buy the Null one, to be honest with you. But like Apocalypse is supposed to be one. Like they're bringing back Oscar Isaac to play that Apocalypse, I think. But we'll see.
Oh, really? That'd be funny.
Rumor has it he's two characters in Doomsday or Secret Wars or whatever. So probably like Moon Knight and Apocalypse.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be interesting. I'll take that.
Well, all right. What's our homework?
You wanted to see us, Professor?
Yes, I have a very special assignment. It'll be challenging, so I need someone with nerves of steel.
Look at this cool Phoenix of fire. There's a Phoenix in that fire.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Your homework, if you choose to accept it, sir.
I'm ready.
Is to watch the next episode of this show, and it is what goes unpunished, Devin?
What goes unpunished? Kindness never goes unpunished.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yes.
It's the name of the next episode. No good deed.
Yeah.
Episode 2. Check that out.
Yeah, well, sounds good. And true, oftentimes. But not always. Good deeds lead to more good deeds than bad deeds do. Tell you that much. Yeah, well, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Contact us at xmemreviewshow@gmail.com. Support us at patreon.com/xmemreviewshow. Get your merch there, or you can get your merch at redbubble.com/people/xmemreviewshow/shop. And find our audio-only version wherever you get your podcasts. And we are a mutant and proud part of Swear to Pod, a podcast network.
Time is running out, and you are failing me.
Damn it. Well, then we'll get out of here then. Get out of your hair, Magneto. Do it yourself. Next episode, it's going to be Magneto, not us. See if it's better.
Fucking Magneto. What a dick.
Yeah, I know. Anyways. Any final words for the people?
Yeah. Be kind to each other.
True. And catch you next time.
Next time.
Good riddance.
This program is a proud part of the Swear to Pod Network.